Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth their time and bandwidth.
Today's game is Atomfall. The Sniper Elite devs try out something new with this open zone exploration game. Is it worth splitting the atom? Well, let's find out. Atomfall is a first-person exploration and mystery game that has more in common with immersive sims than, say, Fallout or Stalker, though it does actually have a lot of similarities to Stalker. A British community has fallen victim to an unknown, though implied nuclear disaster that has quarantined the whole zone and put chunks of it under martial law. You awake on the wrong side of the fence and are instructed by a mysterious phone booth caller to activate a large device known as the interchange that also acts as a kind of shortcut hub between the 5 zones in the hopes that the interchange will salvage things, somehow. It's an intriguing mystery, one that has some solid twists near its end, and is paired with some decent, if unmemorable, writing with the whole host of NPCs you encounter. Before it came out, people were comparing this to Fallout, though I'd say a better comparison would be Morrowind. Atomfall isn't a modern Bethesda open world game, nor is it an Obsidian open zone game. Its primary focus is less around fighting tons of enemies to level up, but instead around finding leads to various important areas or encounters that can help you along with your main quest to activate the big hub. Should you play at the recommended difficulty, there are no quest markers either, so the game does a fantastic job providing enough clues on how to find something to really scratch that exploration itch. There's also no fast travel, which is a little frustrating, but again, the goal is for you to be in the world exploring it, and each zone is a nice mid-size. They can either get to the hub or the next map pretty quick. Between talking to NPCs and finding documents to give you your next lead, there's plenty of scavenging of loot and learning recipes. Lit is split into crafting components, which have their own inventory, and the rest of it, with you having 4 slots designated for big weapons. Stuff can be crafted on the fly, but the game doesn't pause, meaning preparation is key for hard encounters. On those combat encounters, they're a bit of a mixed bag. The shooting feels fantastic. Melee weapons, though, fare much worse, and are quite a clunky affair. Upgrades are done by finding enhancement sims across the world, not through XP or RPG systems, which again ties progress to exploration. Additionally, you find manuals to unlock more perk point options, either in the world or via the game's bartering system. And really, that's the gist of Atomfall, an open zone adventure focusing more on its atmosphere and freeform exploration than being a Bethesda-style RPG. So what I like about Atomfall, with the emphasis on open exploration and using a handful of hints and notes to find what you need, is incredibly captivating, making it more of a mystery game should you turn quest markers off and freely explore the world. Additionally, the quests or leads have a surprising amount of branching paths. You can choose to side with the military, the refugees, play both sides, or even kill everybody, including the shopkeepers, and quests will adjust accordingly. So overall, decisions feel impactful. And lastly, I love the way this game looks. The greenery post-apocalyptic paired with a long draw distance is entrancing, and it works well with the exploration as you can pinpoint stuff you need to find from a distance. When it comes to the bad, as mentioned, the melee combat sucks. There's no guard, it's tied to a heart rate stamina meter, and while you do have a cool kick, it all just feels clunky. This is paired with a completely half-baked stealth system that seems to only work when it feels like it. Additionally, the storage system and inventory are frustratingly small, even after you upgrade them. Bunkers do hold tubes that can hold up to 100 items in storage, but they can't store crafting materials. And with your extremely limited inventory, you're gonna be doing bunker runs to drop rare stuff off more often than you'd like. And lastly, while the story is engaging, the endings are underwhelming. Short cutscenes that don't really tie the whole thing together as strong as I'd hoped, especially considering the bananas twist you get near the end of the game. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And I intentionally avoided learning about Atomfall before playing it because I'd seen people already comparing it to Fallout, and as expected, it really isn't modern Fallout at all. Atomfall is an immersive sim with the immersion focused on quest discovery, mystery, and exploration rather than the usual RPG mechanics of dialogue, persuasion, or combat. While it has a ton of rough edges, and this type of game certainly isn't for everyone, it absolutely was the type of game for me, and I found it extremely hard to put down. If you love tempered games focusing on exploration and discovery, and specifically things like Morrowind, be sure to give Atomfall a look. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Have you heard of Atomfall? Are you going to check it out because it's on Game Pass? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave them in the comments. Regardless, go out there and make sure you give Atomfall a look.